This is the Transportation TV News Update. I'm Tony Dorsey reporting. The huge demand being placed on America's interstate highway system can be sized up in three big numbers. 300 million. That's how many daily trips Americans take using our interstates to get to places like home, work, and the doctor's office. Nearly 40% of all truck traffic travels on the interstate. And those big rigs carry an estimated 50 million tons of freight every day. Imagine the daily wear and tear that kind of usage puts on bridges, pavement, and interchanges. How much does it cost to operate our interstates? Where does the money come from, and where will it come from in the future? What kind of planning, maintenance, and new construction needs to be done to give Americans the freedom to go where they want to go, when they want to get there? We're at the National Academies of Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine building on Constitution Avenue in Washington, D.C., where the Committee for a Study of the Future Interstate Highway System has gathered to begin to answer some of those critical questions. Norm Augustine is committee chairman.
The highways have been around for now 60-some years, and really there's not been a major review, an independent review of what the future needs are, what are today's needs, how do we pay for it? And so the Congress asked a totally independent committee, not someone representing passenger vehicle owners or truckers or construction or what have you, take a look at the issue, and that's what we've been asked to do.
The Transportation Research Board, which is part of the academies, was mandated by Congress to establish this committee through the Fixing America's Surface Transportation, or FAST Act of 2015. Norman Mineta, former Secretary of Transportation, is part of the 20-member panel. Testifying at the committee's first hearing, September 6, 2016, FHWA Administrator Greg Nadeau said the interstate system has seen some better days.
Over the past 60 years, the interstate highway system has reshaped the American landscape, helping create suburbs where none existed before, and allowing our economy to grow and prosper. The interstate system may be the most important economic development tool this nation has ever had. But you also know the challenges the interstate system currently faces. The system is less than 10% longer than it was 60 years ago, but the number of drivers using it has tripled, and the vehicle miles traveled has quintupled. Congestion, much of it on the interstates, cost American companies more than $27 billion each year in truck cost alone, raising prices on everyday products. The overall cost to the economy is $121 billion, according to the Beyond Traffic report.
FHWA's Michael Trinacosta and AASHTO Executive Director Bud Wright also testified. Wright urged the committee to take a holistic approach.
The study must examine the future of the interstate system in the context of anticipating and meeting both rural and urban needs, which also have evolved greatly since 1956. The travel patterns, demographics of users, and traffic mix and levels of demand, among others, can be vastly different between a 10-lane urban interstate versus a 4-lane rural facility. Preserving and improving the level of mobility afforded by interstates in denser urbanized areas are very much still necessary for access to jobs and other opportunities.
Committee member KIRK STEUDLE, director of the Michigan Department of Transportation, says his role will be to bring the perspective of state DOTs to the table.
So I think one of the important pieces here is, as a representative of the owners of the interstate system, those that have to actually rebuild, program, maintain, and operate this system, what I intend to bring is that reality of what we deal with on a day-to-day basis, the decisions that we have to make today, and also the view towards the future. How do we integrate the technology of connected automated vehicles, automated freight, all the demands that are placed on it?
The questions are many. The committee's goal is to find the answers. How important is this work?
Well, I think this is very important. It impacts everything from the jobs, competitiveness, national security, ability to evacuate cities in storms. It really something that lives depend upon, not just quality of life, but life itself.
The committee has 30 months to write and then submit its comprehensive report to Congress on what must be done to keep the nation's 60-plus-year-old interstate system operating reliably so Americans can get where they want to go for another 60 years. In the nation's capital, this is Tony Dorsey for Transportation TV News.